Abia State, Nigeria, good morning and welcome to Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics. Today, Thursday, the 29th day of August, 2024. My name is Moses Ben. Incorruptible Sam, it's good to have you join Standpoint this morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Moses Ben.
Thank you.
Yeah, a beautiful...
Did you see what Aguya was trying to do to us this morning?
Yeah. He's our boss anyway. Maybe...
I hope he understands what the situation is and all of that.
He knows.
Okay.
And if what he's doing works well, we'll also go to his office to tell him, Oga, the seed that you planted.
Has germinated.
I hope you will also continue.
To stretch it, to nurture it to grow and then bear fruit and all of those.
Exactly, that's it. A beautiful Thursday morning, and we are here as always to talk for development. That's actually what we do on Standpoint. We stand very, very, very strong, firm as we make our point. At the end of the day, to make sure that Nigeria in general, Abia State in particular, will become a better place for all of us. Good morning.
All right, just a few days ago, we were discussing leadership structure of Labour Party, if you can remember, Sam.
Exactly.
I don't know if you've observed, between yesterday and today, it's been something else, pointing at the governor of Abia State, trying to draw to the state national body to hold meeting. We would give attention to that issue lightly this morning and hopefully look at a time we'll be able to speak with one of the figures in Labour Party to address this particular issue. What actually is happening? If you can remember, the convention that held in Newe was that in March 2024. The governor sent the deputy governor Emetu to Anambra State to represent him. Of course, he was fully represented. So one will be questioning, what is the motive of the governor behind calling for meeting in Abia State? Whereas he's not serving in any leadership capacity, despite the fact that the platform gave him the opportunity to emerge as governor of Abia State. I hope also that he's not trying to allow people to embrace what Ben Kalu said, because a lot of intrigues given what is happening. Your light approach on this particular one, Sam. We'll still bring in the leadership of Labour Party to address this issue. Initially, it was scheduled for the 31st of this month, but the letter we've seen, all the memo we've seen is indicating 4th of September 2024. Are we perceiving or anticipating further crises in Labour Party, Abia State per se?
Well, how many times you've actually had a CK gather here? He has actually said so many things about what they are doing in making sure that Labour Party will even be stronger ahead of 2027 election. Yeah, and that is obviously what I am going to stand on. And the governor, unfortunately, he hasn't actually been talking about the party.
Nobody has heard him talk about the party.
Whether,
we have not.
Whether there is a problem, whether he is strong, or whether he will leave the party or not. He hasn't talked about that, and well, maybe to his own reason. But I think it will be a nice one also. Abians will be very, very happy to hear the governor. Maybe in any of the radio stations. I think it shouldn't be media party now. Media party, let's talk about
it's a different thing altogether, the media party. Yes. The governor does not have all the time to explain things in-depthly with regard to party activities and matters.
Yes. So what we prefer is for the governor. I'm not saying this because I work for Rapid or I work with Rapid. Any radio station at all. I would also love to tune in to hear the governor come live. Yes. I'm not saying because the former governor did it very, very well. Talking about Ukizi Pass. But if that's any way he wants to run his own activities, that's a beautiful one. But I want to listen to any radio station one day and hear the governor talking. I don't know about you, but I just want to, and let it be on this particular party stuff. Yes, maybe we can ask him other questions about what is happening, how he's working, but I want him to come out and talk about Labour Party.
It is important.
I don't know if it's possible, but
when we are painting this issue, Sam, let's dwell more on this issue. Remember what happened in Abia State in 2023? Labour Party that led virtually everywhere in Abia State. And Labour Party has seen greenhorns at the Abia State House of Assembly today.
Yeah,
we have them there. They are there today. What about those at National Assembly? Despite the fact that a few of them have attempted playing certain politics that would bring about that in capture, parenthesis, crisis, problems, because the amended electoral Act states that there must be first crisis before you could defect from one political party to the other. But what we are trying to say, Labour Party gave that light in Abia State 2023.
You can't stop talking
and
about
then
them.
the governor is enjoying the dividends of that particular move. So what is happening? Nothing. That is the essence or the real reason I am pointing out this issue, because of how the people took up the issue of Labour Party in Abia State specifically.
Definitely. Even if you open the phone lines right now, you also hear people talk about the party and the governor. Some call him God's, gift. Some call him so many names and all the rest. So it's not out of place for the governor to talk about the party himself. Because so many people want to know what is happening, what is going to happen in 2020, especially after Ben talked about, made a statement he made a few weeks ago.
You're right.
So many people want to know what is happening. I voted that particular day. Yeah, media people, sometimes we are too busy to vote. But my former radio station, then we are not engaged that much. I went out. What I saw that day here in Abia State, I was in Aba then. It was a very, very strong one. And so many people, one woman said, I locked my shop just to come here and vote.
You will continue, Sam, with that point, but let's spice up this conversation.
Okay.
So you have
National Working Committee also notes that, assuming without conceding that the tenure of the current National Working Committee has even expired, we must state clearly that it is not the responsibility of Dr. Alex Otti as governor of Abia State to convene a NEC meeting for the purposes of setting up a caretaker committee. It is still the responsibility of the national chairman and the national secretary of the party to convene such a meeting.
Of course, that was the voice of the national chairman of Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure. Listen to this again, please.
The party will not hesitate henceforth to discipline any member of the party, however highly placed, who is not ready to obey the constitution of the party and indeed obey the lawful directive of the leadership of the party. In this regard, the National Working Committee went ahead to set up a standing disciplinary committee. Consequently, it is our view that for anybody to hold the opinion that there is a vacuum in the leadership of the party is not only mischievous, but a deliberate attempt to cause panic, to cause chaos, and to disrupt the smooth workings of our great party, the Labour Party. Number 9, the National Working Committee of the Labour Party urges all members of the party to play by the rules, pay respect to the national leadership of the party and the party executives at all levels, and respect the party constitution.
Every party has a constitution, incorruptible, Sam. And then so it's Labour Party with their constitution stating clearly, is it that the governor is trying to go against the constitution of the party?
He should know. He obviously should know that there's that constitution that guides every party.
Yes.
The last time we talked with CK Gara, he said that he was responding to it. He wasn't live. That even made me ask him if it is possible for us to have it. That constitution. I want us to have it handy. He said it's online. I wish we have it handy. But I just want to believe that the governor should know better. In fact, he should know better. Having been in so many political parties also, don't forget, he was in ABGA. He was in APC. I think maybe we had something with PDP or something. So he should know what party, constitution is all about. I want to believe that he will not willingly or openly want to do something that will go against the party constitution. I really want to believe that.
What is brewing in Labour Party in Abia State? Are we trying to perceive something and then also liken it with what the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives has asserted, talking about Labour Party will not produce governor in 2027? Well, we don't know about that. We'll bring up the full fledged of this conversation later on, perhaps this week, tomorrow, or next. But let's turn to what we want to look at. Remember, a few days ago, we got the names of those who have been given a portfolio in the cabinet of Dr. Alex Otti in Abia State. Not just that, there was this reshuffling of persons from one ministry to the other. and then it affected the Ministry of Transportation. This morning, we want to give attention to the new phase of transportation system in Abia State, issues and expectations, rumors that the government came up with this idea that this would be happening, but at the moment we are seeing this happening in the transport sector. Just keep listening. We'll get your questions and your contributions on this particular issue. We are being joined by the Media Aid and Communication Officer to Commissioner for Transportation, Abia State, Godson Egbuhove. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning, Abians. Good morning, Nigerians. And I want to say that good morning, Rapid FM, and every other person around the globe, because I know the radio station is worldwide. That is the point for now.
A lot to talk about when it comes to the transportation sector in Abia State. It was Sunny Onwuma then, but today we are having a commissioner in Isaac Chimezie, if I'm not wrong, Ukebu.
So you properly addressed as Dr. Chimezie Isaac Ukebu.
Ukebu. All right, thank you so much. Talking about the new phase of transportation system in Abia State, where did your principal meet? What did he meet rather in the transportation sector in Abia State? Let us start on that note. What is it like? There are questions, there are issues in the transportation sector of Abia State.
Well, before I continue with that question, I want to also use this opportunity to say that the commissioner has equally want to continue to be on that euphoria of Abia at 33.
Okay.
And he felicitate with Indabia and the number one citizen of Abia State, the Honorable, that is His Excellency, the Governor of Abia State, that is Dr. Alex Choma Oti, OFR. And he want to thank Indabia for solidly standing by the governor in his development strides. So that one aside. So coming to your question, before he came on board with that minor reshuffling from the Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Industry, you should know he did very well. He ran the show the way he's supposed. And for any trade, commerce and industry to strive, you need the mobility. And that mobility is the transport sector. So the governor knows what he's doing. And that was why he did that minor reshuffling to bring in the round peg in a round hole. So having done well in the trade, commerce and industry, you want to see how that could be driven properly with the transport system. Transport play a critical role. It's a very critical infrastructure in any development economy. So you cannot talk about trade, you cannot talk about commerce, industry, striving without adequate transportation within all the modes of transport put in place to enable citizens in Abia and whoever to move along and be able to, what is called, be more efficient, more productive, and to cut away what is called man-hour loss. Because that can really water down what we call loss of productivity. So, meeting what is in the Ministry of Transport, to God be the glory. The ministry is doing well. What we met, but then the principal, there are some challenges. Life is not without challenge. So the challenges were simple, which this new ministry, the commissioner now, my principal, Dr. Isaac Chimezie Ukebu, want to put in place. And His Excellency is aware of his ability. That is why he drafted him to correct one of those challenges. I will not say it's a problem.
In specifics, because I know every challenge is bound to be taken care of if that willpower is there to be handled or to address these issues. Let us in specific get to know these challenges your principal met upon assuming that office as the Commissioner for Transportation after Sunny Onwuma.
No, one of the challenges is this, the infrastructure which the governor have started, the road infrastructure, affected. When they assumed office that first time, and the former commissioner was there, the road infrastructure was the challenge, and they have started addressing that. Then, if you move from the road itself, you have to get the mobility. That is the vehicle that will move both the goods, services, and even humans from one destination to another. So this is another challenge. And if you check very well, Umuahia, Aba, the common mode is the use of this tricycle, popularly in quote, the keke. And this is a challenge. You cannot just depend on that. So there's need for government to bring in more importantly, now that the economy is biting so hard with the removal of fuel subsidy and all of that. So we need to bring in the buses. That is a challenge. The vehicles are not on ground. That is a big one. So the new commissioner is coming on board to make sure that these come on board. And apart from that, there is going to be a kind of harmonized way of transport. And if you look
what you mean by harmonized way of transport, break it down for proper understanding.
Okay, what I mean by this harmonized way of transportation in Abia State, which invariably we say is the new face of Abia, we conducted our research, and after the end of this research, we discovered that there is need to meet up with other states in Nigeria, especially Lagos. And though we don't want to particularly take the model of Lagos, but we want to do something similar, that we meet up with our own, we be consonant with our own environment. Because Abia environment and Lagos environment are not the same. So that is exactly. So we want to bring out a kind of central terminal system where the buses will operate. Instead of where this one park there, this one park there, no. So the issue of bus stops, everybody, you can just stop anywhere, park haphazardly, and all of that will be addressed. So these are some of the challenges that this new commissioner, my Honorable Dr. Chimezie Isaac Uke, will want to address.
All right, I can remember the government's approach and staying directive in terms of we have proliferation of a base, talking about parks, illegal parks and what have you, as you have mentioned. I can remember when the government started. How is that approach? Is it still being maintained? I have a reason I'm putting up this question to you, in as much as the Ministry of Transportation is concerned in Abia State. If you go to Aba, you agree with me exactly what I'm saying. Then down here in Umuahia also, I know, what's the approach like? Is this still being sustained, putting together, identifying parks that commuters, commercial drivers could be carrying out their businesses every day?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Harmonized Central Park terminal. Then one would be definitely we have in Umuahia, we have in Aba. So that these parks, instead of having a proliferation of parks that are illegal and all of that, these are some of the things. If it boils down to insecurity and all of that, when people don't know where to enter, mistakenly you run into the wrong vehicle. So the point is these terminals, when they are in place, they will now serve the purpose of those parks. So instead of having one park A there, park B, park C, park that, so the parks will be harmonized at specific locations that will now make the easy mobility of people moving from one place to the other, so that easily you can locate where you want to go. And those buses that will be provided, which is the CNG buses, these buses will be provided, and you will exactly, they have their routes. This one is going to this area, this one is going to this area. So definitely, as you are coming in, you go straight to the terminal, you go to where that bus is going. You go to this other bus, is going to that, and you don't even need to say, oh, you are confused, because one, there will be a proper print to see exactly the location, the routes, the very routes that all those CNG buses will be applying with time.
Are you aware, it's still in ensuring that there is a proper and harmonized way of handling issues in terms of parks in Abia State? Are you aware that the move by the current government of Abia State to put together or bring together to a particular place commercial drivers, commuters, people who are making means ending their profits through transportation business and all of that, at the time the government tried to bring them together. I can remember the one that happened in Umuahia. These persons, they've left that protocol. They've left the procedure as we speak. Are you aware? Is the Ministry of Transportation aware of this change, trying to ensure that everybody is in a particular place to decongest traffic on our roads and all of that? They've gone back to their places where they were before. And if that has happened, if you're aware, who are they paying? Because we understand that they collect daily levies. Who do they pay to? Is it the government or who?
No, the issue of these parks that we are talking about, and that's exactly the challenge. One of the challenges we are talking about. We discover that yes, there are proliferation of parks, and these parks individually you see them independently owned, privately owned parks who are doing their daily businesses to earn a living. So, but government is not trying to say, okay, instead of having proliferation of parks, we want to have a harmonized central terminal park where all vehicles, both government and private, will be stationed.
Let's say that's the long-term plan, which will be accomplished.
No, it's not,
it's
not even a long-term plan to say. It's a plan that is in the offing. And the CNG buses, they are coming in to just salvage that situation. It's not just something we want to see, till the end of the term. No, it's something that we are envisaging very soon, and it will come on board.
How effective has the short-term measure? Because I can recall that's where the government came up to put the harmonized task force and all of those things. How effective has it been? Yeah, we are seeing proliferation of base down at Ishigate also.
So the situation is that, see, this harmonized task force, we are left to do their work, but still, as the new commissioner, we are trying to embark what is called on a familiarization tour, which will commence. In fact, today we are embarking on that tour. It's starting from today. So, and as it's starting from today, is to go there and communicate to them the vision of His Excellency Dr. Chioma Lesotey concerning the transport system, the new Abia transport system. So we want to communicate to them. I know that at this juncture, this is what you need to do, and you don't need to do this. So the do's and the don'ts will be communicated today, so that they will not know what to do at a particular time and particular situation. So you will talk about collecting money. The harmonized task force, they are doing their job. So it is left for them. So all of these will be discussed within this as this familiarization tour continues, because the task force, all of them will bring them on board, and the commissioner will address each of them to know what they are doing and what is the mandate being given to them, so that we will not start going back to the old story. So we don't want to do that, and that this government is civilized, and they don't want to go into that, because he was a critic of the former government of what they were not doing right. So he's coming on board to do what is right. So that what is right is why he come on board with a harmonized task force. If you check very well now, the manner of approach those task forces then were using and now it's not the same. You can see that the approach is more civilized. They approach you not carrying stick, hitting keke, hitting vehicle and all of that. All those approach, those manner has been reduced to its barest minimum. So this is just what we are talking about. If you stand to criticize what was wrong, then you cannot bring what was wrong on board. So that is exactly why we are here. So the new commissioner is aware of all these challenges, and that is why we are embarking on the tour starting from today.
All right, good to know that there will be a tour for, will I say, sensitization, and also put those that have actually not been getting it right, put them straight to what is happening. This is here in Umuahia. I spent how many years in Aba before leaving? I'm here in Umuahia now. I hope the sensitization we go around. Is it about Umuahia people alone? What are people in Aba and other well-known cities? Because what we are discussing here, if you open the phone lines right now to allow those that apply on the roads daily basis, especially the KK guys, they will tell you that what they are seeing, even what they have seen this morning, is not something that they will be proud of. This sensitization, how is it going to go?
The sensitization is clear. This is Abia State. Abia State is not limited to Umuahia. So it's a ongoing process. So they say a 1 million start from one. So we are starting from Umuahia, the state capital, and when we start from there, procedure will continue to move on and get to the other places. You were talking about some people who suffer one or two things. It is true. You know, in every sphere of life, we have overzealous officers and all of that. And when you come to see those overzealous ones, that there's no point that one or two things might go wrong. But that does not bring that or change the routine or the mandate of those people. And that is why we'll continue to sensitize them, talk to them, so that they will be able to be doing what the mandate is all about. So that we want to behave like civilized people that we are, because we know that Indian Bias are civilized people.
The bosses that we are actually talking about, or we have been expecting, because I, Incorruptible Sam, have not seen anyone, and good to know you confirm that they are on the way coming. They have not
Do not forget
arrived.
also, the governor had clearly stated that, okay, the palliative fund that was given by the federal government will be channeled to the transportation sector.
Well, yes, we know this commissioner now is new. He left his former position now into a new position. This whole thing might also be new to him, but I don't know if you have the time frame. You're not the commissioner now, you're his spokesperson, but what time frame are we looking at? These bosses, are they going to come in? We are done with August. The earlier we start saying that, the better for all of us. Sunday will be entering September 1, Ember month. Are we going to see these bosses enter before we hit Christmas? Or is this something that will not happen this year, but is on the way coming? How specific are we here?
I have to be mindful of what we say.
Exactly.
We don't want to give promises and all of that, and say things that are not in existence.
Okay.
So
That's why I
have to tell you very soon.
Okay.
Very, very soon. But I will not be specific to tell you by December the buses will be landing, by November, by this. No, but very soon. When I mean very soon, it could be even quicker than I think, or than you might even think.
Yeah, that's the word soon. It's not specific. After Jesus,
It's not specific.
Yeah, Jesus told us.
We can hang our
Jesus told us that he will be here,
there.
that he will be back soon.
Up until now, he's yet
That's
to
how many
come.
years now?
No. If he has, Jesus Christ has returned, as you are making comparison with Jesus.
Yes.
If he has returned, you wouldn't have even find yourself here. Then again, the days, according to the Bible, we want to delve into that a little. One day in our eye, 1,000 years in God's eye is like a day, even half a day. So that is the situation. So we cannot really want to draw that comparison. But what I want to assure us here is that from what the commissioner told me, we met yesterday, and I told you I was coming from his office before coming here. What we discussed, this is real. It's not by faking. It's not. If it's not real, we will not talk about it.
These buses would be available.
We are available. That is just it.
We are almost
CNG,
we are virtually
buses
approaching a
are
year
coming.
since that comment was made by the governor.
Yeah, that's what
And because now you are approaching a year when the comment was made by the governor. Now, because the delay could be because he have in mind of pulling out maybe the other person and bringing the right, maybe let's just say a person that will do more work than what was happening before. Because the man that was there is a labor man, and I think that is why I said the governor knows what he's doing. After testing, he did that minor reshuffling. You can see that he put those right people in their right places. Now, Comrade Sonny is now moved to labor and productivity. He's a comrade, for God's sake. Are you getting me? And he's going to function, and I know he's going to perform excellently well in that ministry of labor and productivity. So now, bringing in Dr. Chimezie Isaac Ukebu, who he knows, who understands how this premise runs. Being in trade, you know that for you to drive trade, for you to drive commerce, for you to drive industry, you need transportation, you need mobility. So he knows the game, he understood the game, and that is why he brought in him. And like he said, very, very soon. And this soon is not just like the other soon that we have been hearing. Okay. The CNG buses are on their way coming.
All right, a great reform by this government in terms of the taxation or collection of taxes from motorists. A great reform. We now see single form of payment where you pay directly and money does not exchange or go through people's hands anymore. Fine. Lately, of course, if it is not still happening, the issue of these long vehicle trucks being blocked by a set of persons. Who are these persons, number one? We've recorded an issue somewhere on this road where a particular driver had to leave her truck there, and then it caused a kind of a big traffic gridlock then because of that singular act. And when we investigated that she was actually blocked and demanded money, who are these persons, number one? Whereas we still have in the system, is it a single treasury store everything? You don't pay handy, you go, you pay online and all of those things. What is happening? A lot of news about this act in Abia State.
Well, I have to categorically state that paying to the government coffers is still intact, and that is the mandate, and that is the way to go. And that is why His Excellency have more fund to carry out his developmental strides that we are all experiencing currently. And for one, maybe like I said, if you recall, I just said for a few minutes ago that we have some overzealous. Are you getting me?
If that's the case, what's the government, what's the ministry doing in that regard to ensure that they eliminate that particular act?
That happened when we have not come on board, you may recall.
Okay.
So that happened when we have not come on board. But that is the essence of we know that these overzealous officers will always be there. So the sensitization, the familiarization tour, that's why we are embarking on it to communicate the new mandate, the new face of Abia Transport to them, so that we don't want any harassment. We want people to be civil, and if at all you have, as a task force, you have right to check one or two, then do it in a more civil way that will not obstruct traffic. That is one. Then to continue to say that what are we doing to it, and that is exactly what we are starting from today.
All right, this morning on Standpoint, we have been looking at the new phase of transportation system in Abia State, issues and concerns. We'll go on a short break. When we return, there are other things we want to give attention to still on this particular topic. This is Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Stay with us.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and a happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 28 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsgleam@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
Words are powerful tools, but actions send a message louder and clearer. If your actions don't match your words and promises, people will begin to lose trust in you. Join an hour with Comrade Chimobi Obundiogo every last Friday of the month on Rapid 96.5 FM by 10 a.m. as he discusses issues that concern Abia State and Nigeria for development. Also, it features human empowerment segments and giveaways. An hour with Comrade Chimobi Obundiogo. Well done is better than well said.
Come on, y'all, let's do this.
It's time to crank it up. Hey! We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5. The sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this?
And these are the kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employer of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is paramount.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
Yeah, welcome back to Standpoint, the Saints of All Talks of Politics. We've been anchoring our discussion this morning on the new phase of transportation system in Abia State under Isaac Chimezi Ukegbu this morning. But we have in the studio the media aid communication officer to Commissioner for Transportation Abia State, Godson Egove. You're welcome back to the program.
It's a pleasure.
All right, I understand that we have questions to put up with regard to the Ministry of Transportation. 091600965 or 09160 333 You're live on Facebook. Go down there and put up your comment. Also, Rapid 96.5 FM. Before we take up questions, Godson, we have or there have been incidents of death caused by heavy-duty trucks in the state. Does the ministry have a laws regulating the operation of heavy-duty trucks? Articulated vehicle, when are they permitted to operate? Why do we keep people will ask question? Is it the Ministry of Transportation that is responsible for this and all of that? Let's have the reaction from the Ministry of Transportation.
All right. The truth needs to be said. You know, in every sector we have. Like when the outgoing commissioner was talking, he talked about, I heard the language say, scavengers, you know. So, but I use the word intruders. You know, it's a type of sector that, you know, bring this person will want to come in, this one want to come in, and because of his variance, variety, what is found on it. So, but the issue is the Ministry of Transport that is specifically responsible for articulated buses, any type of anything mobility on the road, on air. It is the Ministry of Transport that is responsible for that. And with your question that the time and all of that, so all of these are the challenges.
So would the ministry under Isaac will take care of all these issues?
All these things will be taken care of, and that is why we are engaging now on this familiarization tour to educate, to sensitize, and tell them what and what is not.
All right, we'll get to know the relationship of the ministry with other sectors. 091600965. Standpoint, you're welcome. Good morning. Hello, welcome to the program. Your name and location, please. Hello, good morning. This person is on already. I believe you are not concentrating. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, sir.
Ikechukwu, calling from Omai.
Ikechukwu, you're welcome.
Well, issue of Labour Party, they have destroyed it. You know.
Who has destroyed it, please?
They.
Okay, they.
They that have found themselves there.
Okay.
Have destroyed let me say, prior to that 2020 election, one of the commissioner, trade and investment, we all campaigned for the Labour Party, both national and state level, during that 2023, under obedient movement. Yes, our voice was vocal because we desired a change in leadership, a good narrative. But what we are seeing today is still like 3 raised power 2, like what is used to be. And let me drop this point. Former Commissioner of Trade and Investment and Information in Abia State, he said something. He said that Alice Uti lacks personnel management. That people should go and ask of this in that the bank he worked before. That he gave him only 1 year. If eventually he become the governor, that he cannot manage Labour Party.
All right, Ikechukwu.
Excuse me, that's what he said.
No, I'm not against your. My problem is the time. So, yeah, no, you are free to make your opinion.
So now he has proven him. You know, immediately they won the election. People that came to that party were liars, deceivers. They cannot be organized.
All right, Ikechukwu, your time is up. Thank you for understanding. All right, 091600965 or 09160 333-965. Please keep it within 1 minute. You're welcome to Standpoint on Rapid. Good morning. Your name and location, sir. Hello, sir. We can't hear this fellow. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
In a Thursday morning, you know, Bear Moses, and then call up Everson, and get in their house. God bless you guys. Don't get you guys for real. They call from Iguan and do the precisely.
Welcome.
Let me start from the side of there's every step taken to deal with the issue of hand collection in Abia. And I ask, I think not today, and it has not been today, and I don't think it will end today. This announcement telling us that it will be solved, that people no longer collecting money on the road, hand to hand. So, but he asked question, but I don't know. This question was almost shifted by we are just arrival, new arrival. Okay, there are old ones from the left commissioner. Maybe they didn't do well, or they didn't have the calculation or the strategy. But let's just see the arrivals. So I am doing it for them. Let me now go to National Working Committee. I don't convey any meeting. Telling NSOD, and NSOD is going on to do it, and P2B is coming. P2B and the authority is coming. Then you ask, what is playing? Is it mean a professor, or prophecy, or just like excellent to say, it's a prediction on assumption? Which one are we taking? Carlo.
All right,
is it prediction? It's assumption. Please tell me.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you for the answer.
All right,
Let's
no
just
problem.
see what you're playing in the level.
Standpoint 96.5 FM. You're welcome. Good morning.
Why you people cut me off?
Sorry, we could not hear you. Kindly turn down your radio set. Chief.
From Udikabeke in Ituboma local government area.
You're welcome, sir.
I'm saying something about the Labour Party.
All right.
The Labour Party has a constitution. So the governor has no right to call a meeting. Is the chairman of the working committee supposed to call the meeting and then inviting him and the president and other ones? So now they are trying to spoil that Labour Party. It's not good like that. So they should listen to each and every one of them who has the right to call on meeting. The next one is the transportation system in Abia. The woman that blocked the road sometime last month said people were pursuing him, and those people are Aburu people. They're supposed to have task force who gather and hold these people who are entering into another person's job, because the government has said they have central ports where you pay your money. Why should we have another people blocking roads and other things? Let them check themselves so that they will not be working against themselves. Thank you and God bless.
All right, we appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much, Chief, this morning. 091600965. Standpoint, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mosi.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Incorruptible and Okomado.
Good morning.
Good morning, our guest in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
This is Mr. Eze Carlo. That good voice from Abia local government area, the home of hospitality, the number one community in Abia State. I want to comment on the area of this transportation issue. I really commend our governor and all the commissioners that have been working with him. So far, they are trying their best. But I still want them to put more effort, mostly on the area of this truck and the big lorry. There was an incident that happened last time of recent Ataba, and our governor gave order that all these trucks, all these trailers that always carry cement, they should not be operating during the daytime because of that incident. And I don't know all this while many people are still flouting the law. They are not been applying, they are obeying the instruction of the governor. Many times you see trailer inside the town during the daytime. Even this one, like that one for yesterday, that happened yesterday. A truck that carries a bamboo, long bamboo. How can a truck with such a load be operating in the daytime? Hey, no matter. So I want the governor and this government to set up task force. I know that some people, some of them used to come from neighboring states. They are not aware about this recent development.
All right.
If this task force can man all this entrance of this state, they can stop them, not allow them to come into the state or come into the city to cause problems.
All right.
You can see a young man that left his home, came out to look for daily bread, and he ended up to a ghost yesterday. It was very, very bad.
All right, thank you so much, sir. You've used the time.
So we don't want to be experiencing such a thing in Nehemiah.
Right.
They should find a way to make sure that all these things are being stopped in Nehemiah. Thank you. Have a nice day.
We appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. 091600965 or 09160-333-965 on our Facebook page. Ndukwe Carlo, good morning. I'm watching from Aba. All right, thank you. Chooks Mpama. I'm really happy with our governor in the area of harmonizing this transport system, especially what I saw at the cooperative this morning. The new traffic light, it will help in that exist right on the people's governor. Bruce Manley, okay, you were questioning Stephen Ugochukwu, who said, good morning, fearless analyst. Dr. Alex Otis should not undermine the constitutional provisions of Labour Party. It's a platform that made him what he is. Hence, he must be allowed to destroy the party or foment needles chaos. If he wants to decamp to APC, let him go, and not to destroy this only party that gave Nigerians hope of the new nation. 091600965 or 09160-333-965. You're still taking your contribution and your opinion on these issues we have addressed this morning. It's good to have you join Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Welcome, sir.
I guess in the house, morning, and my friend.
Yeah, good morning, Iyerioba.
Good morning.
My name is Chief Chiledo Iyerioba. This thing where they happen for Labour Party now, and they suspect something.
What exactly have you been suspecting?
You know the way Ben Carlo come talk this thing. Ben is a talk like say, in they sure what thing will happen. But people don't understand what thing Ben they talk. Because when you get the way person go they talk, you know, when somebody they sure what thing they talk, you get the way they talk that thing. And after Ben talk this thing, people they attack Ben. Me, I see the watch. He never reached 1 week. The governor of the state visited president. After visiting the president, he don't give order about National Party of Labour. Now, me and you know that the National cannot agree with the order of the governor. Because the National feels superior. They are the owner of the party. And now, tell me what is going to happen now. For you to leave any party, my brother, I'm a politician, there must be a crisis in their party. If our governor leaves Elupi without any crisis, the party will sue him. They will declare his seat vacant.
All right, your time is up, sir.
I am seeing a vibrative movement.
All right.
So something is going to happen.
All right.
Either they agree or disagree.
All right.
That's it, Ben. Prophesy.
All right, your time is up. Say thank you for your contribution. Good morning and welcome to the program. Your name and location, sir.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Clearly. Good morning.
Okay, my name is Ifan Yuman and I'm representing from Ozaba.
Welcome.
Good morning, everybody in the house.
Ifan Yuman, welcome.
Okay.
The chief, you are welcome.
Thank you. My dear brother, I don't know. I sympathize with you and I don't want to transfer my anger to you because you're not the maker. Right now, I just drove past Sepe. There are over 2 trucks there heading to Oma 5. So whether your crew, whether your monitoring crew, either disbanded or active or proactive, that's why I said I don't want to unleash my anger on you because you didn't commit any offense. But let me deal on level. Ben, I want to introduce you to a new movie. And I want you to watch out for that movie. It will interest you. That movie will be having great artists on it. That movie will be featuring the likes of Peter Obi, Apapa. The title of the movie will be Alex Oti Dares Aburi. Aburi wants Oti. That is the statement that will happen on the 4th of September. A great movie. And obedient members will now be they will distribute the movie. And it's being edited by Papa. Now, let me explain what is happening. Governor Lesoti sent his deputy governor, including the speaker, to a convention in Nnewi, Grand Season Hotel, which saw the former Labour Party chairman Abia become the zonal chairman of the party in the southeast. With all the fanfare and paraphernalia, Aburi was elected. Suddenly, just suddenly, why does Governor Lesoti want to dissolve National Working Committee of the party? Does he own the party? Capital, no. So So for Aburi to DLT, there is crisis.
All right.
And I want you guys to see, this is the test to show you that the Labour Party, with all due respect, may not be able to manage this crisis because they're not familiar with crisis.
All right, sir.
And I see that Prophet Ben, Right Honorable Prophet Benjamin Carlo. that is, I've called him now to add prophet to his name.
All right, Defayo Mere, you've used that time, sir.
To something great. And for us in Abia, we'll be flabbergasted, but we'll also be delighted.
All right, thank you so much, Ifeanyi Mere, for using your time. Let me come back to you, Godson. Just in 10 seconds, what are we expecting today, talking about the tour? Just 10 seconds.
Yes, the tour, we want to visit Abia Line, then synthesize them. Then we also make do with other parks within. And this new development that is also happening now concerning the trucks and all of that, this will be communicated right away, and we'll also address it. And again, not to forget, there is an addition of something we're also looking at. Coming on board is also monorail.
All right, we'll re-engage you to get information based on that. Thank you so much. Of course, the media aid to Commissioner for Transportation in Abia State, Godson Egove. We appreciate you. Incorruptible Sam. We'll do again this edition tomorrow. Standpoint. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I am Moses Ben.